If you're moving to the St. Louis area and St. Peter's is on your radar, good news for you. In this video, we are focusing on what it's like to live in St. Peter's, Missouri, which is a beautiful suburb out in St. Charles County that consistently ranks as one of the best places to live in Missouri. So let's get into it. Hey there, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the Living St. Louis channel. My name is Jacob Peistrup, and real quick, if you're someone who is moving to the St. Louis area, maybe St. Peter's, maybe somewhere else that has your attention, and you want help with that process of buying a house and navigating this real estate market, that is what we are here for. We are real estate advisors in St. Louis and absolutely love working with buyers through YouTube who are relocating to St. Louis. So please don't hesitate, send us a text or send us an email. Let's get in touch. Let's start that conversation. Let's schedule a call together to go over your questions and help get to work for you when moving to St. Louis. So jumping right into St. Peter's, like I said before, I was not kidding. St. Peter's has ranked 4 different years in Money Magazine's top 100 places to live, which really puts it at the top of the list for Missouri. So the bar is pretty high when it comes to living in St. Peter's. St. Peter's is a beautiful, friendly, community-oriented suburb in St. Charles County. Their tagline is literally my hometown because they want people to move to St. Peter's and make it their new hometown. So just some quick info about St. Peter's just to give you an idea of what it's like. It is in St. Charles County. It is right in between Weldon Spring, Cottleville, O'Fallon, and St. Charles. And there's about 57,000 people who live in St. Peter's. So it's not a small part of town whatsoever. Not the biggest though. So for comparison, there's around 90,000 people who live in O'Fallon right next door, and about 70,000 who live in St. Charles. So it's definitely up there as being one of the bigger suburbs in the St. Louis area. Now, as far as home prices in St. Peter's, over the last 6 months in St. Peter's, the median selling price of a home there is right at $250,000. It is a nice round number. Just to give you an idea of the median price in St. Peter's, they are exactly at $250,000. And for the homes currently listed in St. Peter's, either active or active under contract, the price ranges from $70,000 on the low end up to $495,000 on the high end of the price spectrum right now with current listings. Now, St. Peter's has a lot to offer. I mean, there's definitely a good reason why it ranks so highly on those lists. You got beautiful subdivisions, a bunch of outdoor space, parks, recreational areas, and of course you got your, commercial areas, office space, retail, shopping centers. You've also got the Mid-Rivers Mall right in St. Peter's, which is the biggest, by the way, in St. Charles County. It's also relatively easy to get around St. Peter's just as far as the interstate and local highways. So up towards the top of St. Peter's, up north, you're gonna have I-70 running through, and towards the south, down bottom of St. Peter's, you got Route 94. Those are kind of the 2 main roads at the top and bottom of St. Peter's. And then in between, you do have local highways and local roads to get around. I will say traffic can be frustrating sometimes, especially because some of these roads will have a lot of stoplights on them. Not necessarily Route 94 and definitely not I-70, but in between, you got a lot of these roads that will have a bunch of stoplights, which is fine most of the time, unless you're driving around those typical, rush hours for traffic. Now, as far as, amenities, stuff to do, shopping, eating, entertainment, you really have a lot to pick from in St. Peter's. It definitely is a bigger suburb, and even if there isn't something you want in St. Peter's, you are directly in the vicinity of O'Fallon, Lake St. Louis, St. Charles, Garden Prairie, a bunch of these other, equally big suburbs in St. Charles County. This is kind of the typical, Midwestern suburbia. That's kind of how I describe it. You got your strip malls, you got your shopping centers, big brand stores, Walmart, Target, Sam's Club, Costco, wherever you like to do your shopping, you will have options in St. Peter's and in, all of St. Charles County for the most part. And I mean this in the form of, food, shops, retailers, gyms. And like I said before, you've also got the Mid-Rivers Mall in St. Peter's, which is the biggest one in St. Charles County. So if you got shopping to do, there are a lot of options in St. Peter's, trust me. Now, like I said, St. Peter's really is kind of this Midwestern suburbia area. It's a lot of that in St. Charles County. So with that, it's not a very urban area. It's not gonna be like living in downtown St. Louis or downtown Clayton if you come to St. Peter's and you're expecting that, urban, busy, jostling city lifestyle. It's not gonna be that. It's very suburban, lots of single family houses out here. You're not really gonna see a ton of apartment complexes. There will be some, some that are, 4, 5, 6 stories high, but no skyscrapers, no, mid-rise, high-rise buildings in St. Peter's. This is very suburban. If you want that urban lifestyle, definitely check out an area like Clayton, Central West End, downtown St. Louis, any of those much more kind of urban centers. This is definitely out in the suburbs if you're coming to St. Peter's. So just know that ahead of time, it's very suburban out here. So yes, St. Peter's is very suburban, and it's an area where a lot of times you can stretch your budget farther than you can in St. Louis County by coming out to St. Charles County in an area like St. Peter's or O'Fallon or St. Charles, Weldon Spring, any of these areas out here where it's typically easier to find a newer built home, larger home, at any price point than you can in St. Louis County. There is a lot of new construction, both in St. Peter's and in all the surrounding areas. I mean, just in St. Peter's, there are a couple options to choose from, particularly by Fisher and Fritchel and by Fisher Homes. They sound the same, but those are two different builders, very well known in the St. Louis area. So you got options in St. Peter's, you got other new options in O'Fallon, Lake St. Louis, Wentzville. There's a lot to choose from. And even if you're someone who doesn't really want that new construction, you can still find a house that's, 5, 10, 15 years old in a more mature, established subdivision if you prefer that route rather than that, new construction, noisy, still being built kind of neighborhood. You got plenty of options, in both categories in St. Peter's. But overall in St. Peter's, same goes for the other areas in St. Charles County. You will see a lot of more newly developed areas compared to a lot of places in St. Louis County. Now, St. Louis definitely has its areas that are, being rapidly developed, lots of new construction, but you just see a lot more of that out in St. Charles County. So if you're someone who wants that new construction or who wants just a newer house at a lower price than in St. Louis, again, you can find that pretty easy in St. Peter's. So there are a lot of new developments in St. Peter's, but you're not just gonna see, construction after construction. You definitely have a lot of green space, lots of parks, just outdoor space. If you really enjoy that recreational aspect, then St. Peter's will have a bunch of options as well. So for example, you got the City Center Park, which is also right next to the Recplex in St. Peter's. You've also got the Jack Gettymeyer Park, which is right next to Rabbit Run Park. And up north towards the top of St. Peter's, the biggest one you will see is the 370 Lakeside Park in St. Peter's. It is massive. I mean, you got miles of walking trails. There's a dog park. There is a giant lake in the middle of it, so everything goes around the lake. You got plenty of space, outdoor pavilions, barbecue areas, just spots to picnic, have a nice lunch outside. It is a beautiful area to do that, during the summertime when the weather's nice and sunny. That is one of my favorite parts outside in St. Peter's. So if you are someone who is really drawn to that kind of suburban area, very community oriented, lots of outdoor space, community parks, St. Peter's could be a great fit for you. As far as commute as well, it's not a killer as far as, driving into the city. So depends on where you live in St. Peter's. It is a pretty big area. So you might be anywhere from 25 to 35 minutes outside of St. Louis if you're gonna be commuting there for work, whatever it is. If that's gonna be your daily drive in and out of the city, you're gonna be about a half hour away, which isn't bad. I know it might not be ideal, but considering all that you get in St. Peter's for that beautiful suburban lifestyle, to not be a ridiculous amount of time outside the city is a great deal in St. Peter's. So again, if you are moving to St. Louis, whether it's St. Peter's or another area, and you would like help navigating this ridiculous real estate market, buying a house here, moving to St. Louis, again, please send us a text, send us an email, whatever works for you. Let's get in touch. Let's schedule a call together to help, start that process and answer your questions for moving to St. Louis. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next video right here on the Living St. Louis channel. Hope you take care, have a fantastic day, and I will see you later.